Hello, welcome back to another lecture. In this lecture, we are going to be looking at the linear sketch pattern and the circular sketch pattern. So download the sketch from the asset folder and open it so you can follow along. The first one we are going to be looking at is the linear sketch pattern. So we want to create a pattern of this hole along the x-axis and the y-axis. To start, select your linear sketch pattern. So the first direction one is saying along the x-axis, which is horizontal, and the dimensions for the spacing between your circles. So for this example, we'll select 2, and the number of circles we want to create in this option, we'll select 3. Entities to pattern, will come down to entities to pattern, and we'll select our circle to see the preview. And if we want to create our pattern along the y-axis, so we'll come down to this dimension and we'll change this number of instances to 2. And once we change it to 2, we have the option to add the dimension, and we'll change that to 2 as well. And we'll select the dimension x space, dimension y spacing, and we can reverse the direction. So it is going in the wrong direction, so we'll press the reverse up here to reverse it. And once you are done with your preview and you like it, you can click OK. But before we click OK, there's another option down here, which is instances to skip. What instances to skip means is that when I select this, I can select any of this point to remove that pattern from one of those circles from my pattern. So any of this dot that I select will remove the circle from the pattern. So I don't want to remove any, so I'll just delete it. So I have all my circles, and once I'm done, I'll click OK. So I have my circle going along the x-axis and y-axis, but it's not fully defined. To fully define it, all we have to do is select this line and click horizontal, and it makes it fully defined. Select this line and click vertical to fully define it. And if you don't have this line, all you can do is just add the dimension 2, and you can add the vertical relation between those 2 points to fully define it. And the same thing up here, you can add the dimension 2, and you can add the horizontal relation to fully define it. So that's how you create a linear pattern. So let's open the next sketch, which is this circle. So we want to create a circular pattern of this circle around here. Very simple again. So we'll click this drop down, circular pattern. Under the perimeter, I always select this dot. That's where we are. So we'll select in there, and I'm going to select this dot. So I have the origin point, and everything else I always leave it the same, 360. And this is that you change however you want to pattern it. So entities to pattern, we are just going to select this hole, and number of entities we want. Let's try 6 for this example. And again, we have instances to skip. So we can click in here, and if I click any of this hole, it will remove it. And once I'm satisfied with my preview, so equal spacing means it will be equally spaced. So, and once I'm satisfied with my preview, and I don't want to skip any, so I'll delete that. And once I'm satisfied, I'll click OK. And again, this is not fully defined. So if you just move it around, you see what is wrong with it. So to fully define it, all we need to do is make sure this point is on our origin point, because we are revolving it. We are creating those patterns around that point. So holding down the control key, select that point and your origin point, select both and add a coincident. And now my sketch is fully defined. So that is how you create a linear and circular sketch pattern on your SolidWorks sketch. Thank you, and I will see you in the next lecture. Bye.